hour late so we can start the show.
I'm glad I hit record right before you said that.
Oh, welcome to Pokémon GO Podcast. I'm the right guy of podcasting. Charles McFall. Over here is Embrace the underscore Joseph Hard.
Yes.
What's up, man?
Yes, I am. I feel like we need to do like a live show on Sunday or something now after that opening.
You know,
Remember,
I was
man,
actually
coming to
looking at
you
moving.
live.
Yeah, Sunday. I was actually looking at possibly moving ADD to Sunday, but I haven't told anybody that I'm thinking about that yet. So that's neither here nor there. So hey, man, it's been a week? Has it been a week? Did we not just talk yesterday? Because it doesn't feel like it's been a whole long week yet.
It has been a week, and yeah, a week.
Hey, look what I have finished printing. I've got to try to put all these in my pocket and take them to the post office maybe tomorrow. So I got to check our email because there were some people that I needed mailing addresses, and if they haven't got back to me yet, I'll just have to wait and get those for them specifically later. But yep, the turtle squad? Squirtle squad.
Yeah,
The
the
Squirtle squad. Yeah, they haven't got back to me. The Squirtle Squad is ready to ship out, so I'm gonna get that done, and it will be coming before Thanksgiving. Is the idea there? So, what did you do this week, Joe?
All right, so this week has been a fun week for me, and I know you just kicked it to me, but I want to kick it back to you for my very serious question that I was.
Oh yeah, you had a very serious
question. Did you remember to participate in the Verizon event?
Nope. No. You're a little late. Asking, Joe.
I'm not a Verizon person.
No,
I didn't even think about it.
You are this brother's keeper. You're supposed to be Charles. Log into your game, Charles.
That's okay. That's okay. We've got a source for it, but in general, and Rocketti said,
this is a free ticket.
In general, people are like, yeah, it was not a good event. It was not. So, but yeah, I was curious to see if you remembered. I had my suspicions. But it sounds like you didn't miss a whole lot. Jacket K is weighing in saying that it wasn't a bad event. It just wasn't a good event either.
My adventure sync keeps getting turned off, and I don't know why. It's irritating me right now. I just logged into the game, and it popped up, of course, the Monday rollover. Because I have not opened up my game in a minute. We'll talk about why here very shortly. But it's like you need to do adventure sync. I did adventure sync again. I'm gonna do it.
So I'm sitting here catching a Golbat. And I know I need to do my experience of the week, but I have a big issue with Golbat, and I don't know if it's an iPhone 10 issue. Oh, it just happened. You ready? So look on my screen. I used a Nanab Berry.
I see it. Even put the little symbol there
because it's a shadow Pokemon, and so that'll prevent them from attacking because they attack a ton. But now because it's a Golbat, I'm almost certain, if I remember correctly, I can't hit it at all, no matter what I try, because it flew up before the Nanab took effect. See, I can't.
But it's up. Why can't you not hit it?
Look, I am throwing it straight up.
Joe, come on. The legendaries are further up and further away than that.
So here's
a spin.
Here's what I'm gonna do. You ready?
With force.
Look around. I was gonna try because it used to be a trick you could use AR to.
Rocky says you have to really try.
Okay.
Start to throw from higher.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go like these. Whatcha? Oh, that was bad. So now I'm trying to use AR
Yeah, you just flew way over his head,
There we go. So if you use AR to force it to the bottom of... Rock Eddie says turn AR on and then off again is also another trick. Oh, okay. Whatever. Goodbye. Forget you. Forget you, Golbat. Anyway, yeah. There's my experience of the... No, just kidding. But yeah, that's an issue I have with some Pokemon for when they fly up. You can't hit them unless you do some shenanigans.
Well, here's a breaking news shenanigans. iPhone 12, right? Told that whole story a couple weeks ago. I'm in my game. I turn on Adventure Sync. It says missing Adventure Sync permissions. I'm just going to read it. I know you already know the screen. Pokemon Go needs your activity data to hatch Pokemon eggs, help your Pokemon find candies, and show total distance walks. Go to settings. Yep. Tap privacy. Yep. Tap health. Yep. Tap Pokemon Go. Nope. It's not there. There's nothing listed under privacy and health. It says apps. As apps request permissions to update your health data, they'll be added to the list. It says none. The game is not requesting to get my health data.
Did you try switching it on in game?
Yeah, twice. That's what I'm reading from. Is in game.
Okay.
And then it pops up the screen. I'll even show you. It pops up after that. I didn't do anything in settings. It pops up. Adventure Sync is enabled. Okay. And then it's the Adventure Sync button is not checked, and it is not requesting in my health app. I wonder if I have to do something in the health app settings. I wonder if I have to do something in the health app itself. I'll deal with it after the show. Well, I probably won't until next week, but uninstall and reinstall, says US Nate Scout. Okay, thank you. I will do that. That I can do during the show.
For real though, my experience this week, I caught a wild Golett, which I thought was pretty awesome. And then I did a couple of Lugia raids. Ended up catching one of them. Did some rocket radars and whatnot. Ended up hatching a Volibee from the shadow eggs or whatever, the strange eggs. That's what they're called, the strange eggs. And yeah, good stuff. And Volibee, if I remember correctly, is actually really good for the Little Cup. So maybe I should do some Little Cup battles with my Volibee.
Yeah. It's tiny, huh?
Although I'd have to dump a lot of rare candies into it to pull that off. But yeah. So good stuff there.
Well, you know what? It's better to dump your rare candies in. Hey, Athena San. She says, long time no see. Yeah.
Hello.
We missed our handsome faces. But definitely dumping it into that Volby is better than just trashing them.
Yeah. I mean, who would do that, right?
Well, hopefully nobody on purpose would do that. Because that was not good. That was a bad night. Ask me what my adventures of the week were.
What were your adventures of the week?
Well, I haven't opened my game since last Thursday because as of last Friday, I am now the operations manager for Trinity EMS ambulance company. And I've been running crazy all over the state, getting stuff straightened out and getting my position in order. And I let my gotcha die. So I can't even do that right because I got to bring my gotcha in and charge it. So all this traveling will add up and spin new stops and those kind of things. Yeah, it's been an interesting, crazy week, but I get to tell people what to do. And Joe, I've been equating it to everybody who understands this reference.
I know you love telling people what to do, though.
You do know I love doing that. But that's my reference is this is basically Dragon Con for ambulances, as far as like how basically to explain what my job is, and you've seen how that runs, so you know that's it. It's sometimes you run around chasing fire, but it's a lot of scheduling, a lot of planning, and just getting stuff in place, and then just making sure it runs right. And I'm actually pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, my first Dragon Con, you even grabbed a patron and got him working for you.
I didn't. Okay. No, we told that story. I did not realize it was Brantley. Brant.
Yeah, it was Brant.
I didn't realize it was Brant as coming to just say hi to us. I thought he was one of the volunteers, and I didn't know every volunteer was like, hey, you grab that and do this. And then once he did, I was like, oh, wait, no. Thank you, Athena Sam. But yeah, it is been an interesting week, and I'm probably going to buy another gotcha charger so I can make sure to keep it in the car. So when it dies, I'll just put it back in, put it in the charge on the mobile, because that is going to be my number one source of playing is the Charles catch.
The Charles catch on the ambulance.
So, and hopefully, well, this month I'm running ragged on the ambulance, but I'll actually be doing more office time than ambulance work, which works out quite nicely for my podcasting empire in theory.
The Empire.
Yes. So that's that. But there's a lot of other people who actually did play. Oh, before we go into that though, another great experience of the week. Truly, we've gotten a lot of Thanksgiving speak pipes, and I am so happy to see all these. I'm going to assume they're not all Jacket K, but some of them might be. But Nar hit us. I'm not even going to listen to it till it's ready to edit. But Nar's there with over a minute of audio.
And if you don't know who Nar is, go check out Pokemon Go Radio. They're another Pokemon Go podcast, and they do a fantastic job. And we've been on their show, they've been on our show, and each of the years that we've gone to Chicago for Go Fest, we've done a meetup with several of the podcasts and their listeners, and they've always been involved in that as well. So
yeah, but those meetups bring back flashbacks I don't approve of.
You mean you didn't thoroughly enjoy that Malort that you had?
Not for the full 24 hours that it was in my system. No, I did not. That taught me a valuable lesson of doesn't matter how well, I don't know any of them that well, I guess, to be truthful. But it doesn't matter how well you know somebody. If they just say, "Hey, if I buy you a shot, will you drink it?" Ask what it is first. Don't just say yes. But what would be cool? I just thought of this. It's too late now.
Or just don't drink.
Yeah. Okay. But we should have actually next year, or maybe coming up Christmas week. Okay, let's reach out and do this. Let's hit up all of our podcast friends, and all the hosts of these podcasts, and we just do a massive hangout with just us, not the fans, and we record a holiday special of all talking to each other and the journeys that we've had through media and and Pokemon Go, and then we can all put it out on our individual feeds.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to start that conversation ASAP, but we actually have if you remember, that first Go Fest, I created a Discord specifically for Go Fest coordination, hangouts and whatnot. And so most of the hosts are actually in there, and there's a host chat, so we could use that to facilitate a conversation between all of us.
You may have to reinvite me. I've dumped a lot of servers since then.
Yeah, you're not on there. Brian is still on there.
Brian doesn't like dump anything. He just, I don't know. I just have this thing like if I'm not using something, I don't want it pinging me or being around. And actually, I'm about to dump DragonCon official because I never get into that server. So anyway,
well, instead of dumping it, you could just mute it. But anyway, yeah.
Experience. That's what I was looking for. Oh, wait.
You got a button for that?
Hey there, my name is Tom, and these are the experiences of the week.
That's your cue to go, Joe.
Cue. All right. So, first things first, we have Barry on here, which ironically is showing off his badge for the Verizon event.
I got the badge. We know I got the badge, but I did not play the event.
And he ended up getting a shiny Gibble from the event, and ended up with a 98%. Oh, wait. So, and he got two Lugia. One of them is a shiny 98%, and the other one is a hundo. And during one of the raids that he did with Brian, aka Coverville, Brian ended up getting a shiny 100%, a Shundo Lugia. So that's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Were you questioning the Shundo terminology?
No, I was saying nice. Very nice.
And then Popeye didn't get any shinies during the Verizon event. That seems to be a theme in the community.
Yeah.
And Jacket K is actually quite surprised at the shiny Gibble that Barry pulled off, because he saw one Gibble the entire event. So, yeah. So Popeye, no shinies, but ended up with
Okay.
shiny Charizard from Research and a wild shiny Mawile from the Grubhub event. Shiftworks coming in with a shiny Hatch, ended up with a shiny Pikachu. And Nulty ended up with 4 shiny Lugia, a shiny Piplup, and a shiny Cubone this past week.
Cubone.
So yeah, some good stuff there.
Nice, Nulty.
But we've been talking a bit about the Verizon event, and we do have a source here real quick that I wanted to talk about before we cut to our commercial break. Plus, we got to get to the discussion.
The discussion,
as well.
yeah.
But in general, it sounds like a lot of people, the shiny rates were not good. It was a 3-hour event. The shiny rates were not very good. And a lot of people just completely forgot about the event, is what a lot of people are saying.
There was no real reminder. There was no real big hype. I mean, I don't know if it was it Saturday or Sunday?
I think it was Saturday.
Man, I don't even remember what I was doing, to be honest with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, it was Saturday the 7th. And Jacket K is correcting me. So the Gibble didn't appear in the wild. It only appeared as research, and so you literally could only get a single Gibble from the event, is what it sounds like. Yeah. And Rocketti earlier in the conversation.
Don't be fact checking us, Jacket K.
I'm gonna correct him and say, please continue to fact check us. And Rocketti earlier said that in his community of roughly 300 people, only one person got a shiny. So yeah, the shiny rates were not. They weren't event shiny rates. So yeah, basically it sounds like all that you got from this was a new Pokemon, a new pool of Pokemon from your incense, and that's pretty much the biggest part of the event was that. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, at least, honestly, not that I want it to be a bad event, but the last thing I want when I 1,000% forgot it happened
To have
sort
a
of like,
good event.
oh my God, you got this special cell phone Pokemon that nobody else has. It's like, oh no. I'm kind of glad that I was like, Another Jacket K. Jacket K wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, now let's go on to the discussion. So if you remember, the discussion point for this past week was, what is your fondest Pokemon memory? So
Yes.
Why don't you take it away? I really like Barry's. Go for it.
Barry's fondest Pokemon memory.
I really like both of them. So it's from Barry and Jacket K are both the comments.
Yeah. Well, Barry's was that he got to pick me up at the airport, and that was the end of that one. He loved that Pokemon moment. Number 2. So I was buying time. I know it'll sound like sucking up, and I suppose number 2 was meeting Charles and Joe and Brian. But number 1 would be being the first fraud. # fraud for life.
Exactly. And I mean, if you are privileged enough to meet Barry,
that's the way to say it.
He's an amazing guy. So, yeah.
Barry. Anyway, Jacket K says Pokemon Go community days are high up there, especially years 1 and 2, back when we were in the before times. The 4 community days, most of my social interaction where I felt most comfortable was during conventions, and there were some years I'd only go to 1 convention a year. Some fond moments were made going shiny hunting with friends, and even when I didn't come across friends, podcast served as having a portable friend I can pop up whenever I got lonely.
And that is the benefit of doing a podcast rather than YouTube is you can listen to us
Yeah.
while you play the game. I mean, I guess if you have the subscription service, you can listen to a YouTube video, but the whole point of the YouTube video is that they actually are able to use video.
Now, this both of them reference the game and game related stuff specifically, but not necessarily game related. It's just Pokemon related. What's Joe? Anything you want? What's your favorite fondest memory?
Man, it makes me think of playing the Game Boy games. I had blue version back in the day, and just meeting up with a bunch of kids in the neighborhood to trade Pokemon with link up our Game Boys and trade and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun. And then I also, like everyone my age back then, had the cards, and so that was a lot of fun as well. And actually, my boys this past week have decided they want to start getting the cards. So
Nice.
So we got each of them their own little starter deck, and they are pretty excited. So
Very cool. Yeah, I'm using it as a bonus incentive for Ryland, my middle son, because he's not really into Pokemon cards and playing, but every once in a while he saw that I played with his older sister, and he's seen a poster around, and he just likes little things, right? He'll get cool little things. So that pack I posted in our Discord group, patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast, to get into the Discord, was a friend of mine had sent me some Satan juice. And along with that, he sent me these cool things he gets from the Disney clubs with, like lithographs from Ant-Man and different things like that. But in it, because he knows he does the show, he sent me this pack of Pokemon cards that's basically unlabeled. And it looked like it came maybe in a cereal pack because of this plastic that's around it. So, of course, I put a picture in our Discord going, hey, before I do anything with this, is this of any value? Right? Is this a thing that I need to not touch? And everybody's like, no, basically it was promotional, whatever. It's like, okay. So I bribed him, was like, if he gets all his work done on time this week for virtual school learning, he will get that pack of 3 cards and get to open it. So he's excited. And I probably will pull out. I think he mentioned the other day he wanted to try to play something. Okay, Professor Oak, you're getting on my last nerve, my friend. It will not go away. It will not stop
Oak
going.
Or
Willow, whatever. He's still doing the radar, and I touch it, and he's like saying the same. Hey, thanks for completing the research. We need to get started. Yeah, can you do this other thing? All right. And it's the same thing over and over. It's Let's Go Meltan, 8 out of 9. Like, go away. I'm doing a show, man. Stop paging me. It's not 1995 anymore. But yeah, but I think my fondest memory, honestly, was probably sitting down. Besides, I mean, this game has been amazing to meet all kind of awesome people, and I really have. I mean, I really met a lot of awesome people and a lot of cool stuff there. But from the Pokemon itself, is I had a fun time, playing with my daughter and learning the game and teaching her. But the whole family loved sitting down and watching Detective Pikachu, and that was a really fun night for the family to come together. And I'm a graphic snob, and they knocked it out of the park. So that's one of my happy moments there. Rock Eddie, silly rock type. I'm sorry, if I was Joe, I'd call you an Earth type. My bad. So so that was the discussion, and we're gonna come up with another one at the end of the show. I've actually got an idea, Joe, but we'll see. So we'll do that, but let's pay a few little bills here. We'll put the mark in. Joe's gonna run a commercial. We'll be back in just a minute.
Bloop. All right, it has gone off. But yeah, U.S. Snake Scout, did you see that? They do have some Detective Pikachu cards as well.
And they count in the card game. Nice. Oh my God, this message, dude. This dude, you can't. This is like that person who can't text a complete thought. They send you 2 lines, then you get another 2 lines, then you get another, and you just get like 10 texts to say a sentence. That's Professor Will. Finally, all right. Why? Why though? Why do you have to tell me 5 different ways something that I'm not going to be doing at anytime soon? All right.
Yeah. The Mewtwo GX card and the Charizard GX card look pretty awesome.
There are some very, very fantastic cards out there for sure. All right, here's the marker. And let's see what random piece of music we got today. All right, we're back in. And of course, if you're on Patreon, you just heard us talk about random stuff and then the music started playing. For everybody else, you want the ad-free version. That is one of the benefits at every level of Patreon, patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. Now, in the break there, we're talking about Detective Pikachu and cards and different things like that. US State Scout says, just bought $200 in cards tonight. Whoops. What'd you do? Buy 2 of them? What are you doing, man?
Buy 2 cards.
Buy 2 cards. Yeah. What's that?
No, just one. Just one. Gotta get that Charizard card, right?
Oh, well, we made somebody stupid happy at Dragon Con because I found this as a 20th anniversary of Pokemon a few years ago, 25th, somewhere in there.
Something like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's only a few years ago. This game was going, the show was going. We talked about it on the show, whatever. But a bunch of Toys R Us was still a thing way back when, and Target. They were both doing these sales for the cards. So I bought these tins because Crosby was into it at the time. So I bought these tins that were usually like $20 or $30 for like $10 each. Got a stupid on sale. And I was like, I'm going to save these, and this will be like a birthday present for her. Well, then she kind of fell out of. She got one right away, and we used it. We played with it and did all that. And then she kind of fell out of liking it, and I ended up giving it to her to give to somebody else as a birthday present. And then at Dragon Con, we gave away the last one, the metal tin collectors, whatever, with the card packs in it. And somebody came to our panel 3 years ago at Dragon Con and got it as a prize. I don't know, something like that. Cool story, bro, but that's not what the show is about. So let's move on. Now, what is this? This looks interesting. Pikachu Libre is now in Reach. We don't have to, or is this talking about how the Little League, Tiny League, Short League, whatever it's called league does it?
So they reworked how leveling in PvP works.
Right, we kind of talked about that, yeah.
And so it looks like, and this is from Joe Merrick, so people who are in the community will know who he is.
That's you.
No. You're
Merrick Banhammer and you're Joe. I'm not dumb.
He's the webmaster for Cerebi.net. So, huge resource for Pokemon fans all over the place. But anyway, so he said it looks like you need to have just 50 wins total to get rank 10 for Pikachu Libre in Pokemon Go. So, in the next few weeks, if you can get 50 wins total, then you can get rank 10. Rocketti is saying that it's actually 65. So it could be slightly wrong. But yeah.
That still doesn't seem bad at all.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I mean, it because it's not wins in a row. It's not you have to keep a run going, a streak going or anything. Rocketti says I'm at 63 wins. I'm ranked 9. But still, I mean, it's just time, right? You're not going to win them all, but you can definitely, I think if you do it right, you can win more than you lose. And that actually sounds quite doable. Are you going to do it, Joe? Are you going to try to go for the Pikachu Libre?
Maybe. We'll see. This season is only 5 weeks. Yeah, it's a pretty short season. So
I think you could do 63 wins in a few days if you really worked at it. I mean,
Little Cup. So I'd have to actually make a Little Cup team. But yeah. I'll have to figure out who I'm going to use for the Little Cup team.
I will say I am interested. I am interested in trying, and that's as far as I'll say, because I didn't even remember Verizon had its own special event this weekend. So it just depends on what's going on. If I remember, the last time I was at the ambulance station and we weren't really doing much. Of course, now that I'm the boss, I got more stuff to do. But yeah, there are different times when I'm sitting around. That's what I kind of think of. Oh, let me battle some and see what happens. Rocketti says, "I'll make you a team right now." Life hack for Little Cup: bring a Bronzor. Is what Jacket K says.
So. Bring a Bronzor. Yeah.
It's not even a tongue twister, Joe. Just say it.
All right. There. I clicked it. I have a Bronzor. Okay.
Bronzor zong zong zong.
So, but anyway. Vulpix and Grimer are both good as well. And I do have a Shadow Grimer. All right, we're going to give that a try. So I've got Vulpix, Bronzor, and Grimer. We're gonna try this out live right now.
All right, you do that.
Level 1 match.
And as you know, I was thinking about our road trip. What?
Do you see the name of this?
Elmo is God. Nice. But I was thinking about our next road trip, and it's like we need to get. And this one, I'm putting it out into the universe now, putting it in somebody's brain. Is like we need an honest to God video editor / documentarian. You know, somebody who knows how to tell a story, like a documentary, I guess I should say, because I love those travel shows where friends go and do their thing and it's all cut together well and it's just fun. And I would not be opposed to taking a high end memory card and putting a GoPro on the dash of the car as we drive to Chicago and back, and even footage in between, right? But that'd be a lot of footage to capture and edit, and I'm gonna capture it, but I'm not gonna edit it. But I think it'd be the Pokemon Go story, Volume 1. But it'd be fun. He said, "Don't shield." Oh, too late. Jacket K believes the most meta team out there is Bronzor, Dino, and Cottony. So, and I'm going to run on to the next headline while you do this. New tests coming soon for select trainers. Now, the last time they did select trainers, they selected this trainer. So we'll see what happens this time around. Update 11.9. Well, I'll do the update after we read the main part. Beginning on Monday, November 9th, new tests will be appearing in Pokemon Go. We'll be conducting the XP rebalancing test for select trainers in Australia and New Zealand. Oh, yeah, I won't get picked for that. During which of those trainers will experience adjustments to the amount of XP they earn from activities such as catching Pokemon, hatching eggs, evolving Pokemon, and more. Nolte, I want to know how you feel about being the experimental zone for Niantic for all of this stuff. I mean, do you feel like a Mary Kay Rabbit? Are you good? I mean, I just want to know how you feel about being tested on all the time. These tests will run until Monday, November 16th. 2020. Additionally, trainers around the world may begin seeing different items pop up in the daily free box, which they can find in the free section of the shop. These items might be those most relevant to each trainer's Pokemon Go experience. Interesting. What would be more relevant to my experience is a reminder to charge my gacha. That would be relevant. While these tests are running, be sure to share your feedback with us on social media by replying to blah, blah, blah. And then the update is on the 9th of November. Trainers were excited to announce that we're running another set of tests for selected trainers around the world. These new tests will run until November. Why'd they update that? It's the same thing they said in the announcement. Why would you update this? I don't understand people. I do not understand people. Did you catch it yet? Did you kill it yet? Did you do something?
I beat the first person, and I started another one because I'm a bad podcaster.
You're such a bad podcaster. You're not even laughing at my bad jokes. I don't like you anymore. All right, so we got a city spotlight. We got a city spotlight. We discovered your city with your Pokemon buddy. They're doing a photo push like they've done before. Here we go, trainers. Experience your city in a whole new way. I'm just gonna TLDR this thing because there's too much to read. I don't care that much. Basically, it's kind of like a treasure hunt, making memories with your buddy. You have the opportunity to discover exciting surprises by exploring the outdoors, all while remaining socially distanced through individual research tasks, walking-based gameplay, and social distancing bonuses. Ooh, I know we got some stuff to say about this. All right, we'll get back to that. We've worked with each city to promote this initiative and design the gameplay to be in compliance with local health and safety guidelines. It's like they're listening to our show and every other person on the internet who said, stop taking away all the stuff that kept us at home and safe. They went, well, we talked to these cities and it's all right. I don't know why Niantic has that voice, but they do now. The cities are Tainan, Taiwan. I probably didn't say that right. Kyoto, Japan, Auckland, New Zealand, and Busan, South Korea. Busan, South Korea, I think is how you say that. So those are the 4 cities on Sunday, November 22nd. The city spotlight time research will take you and your buddy Pokemon all around your city. I like the idea. I do. I like the idea of here, let's show you more of where you live. Let's get you exploring. Let's give you a reason to do something. But is that the right thing to do right now in the world? I don't know. Take snapshots during Pokemon encounters Apophis, Stardust, and a Lucky Egg. Okay, that's written weirdly. Spend Pokestops to get special gift stickers. Take part in a Pokemon scanning Take part in a Pokestop scanning competition against other participating cities. Check out your city's whatever, and read a special reward when you complete an AR mapping task. Everything in the free citywide experiences. The following special event, so you can get a ticket for it. No. Nah, I can get all these without a ticket. I really can. You might get a shiny unknown C. You get your special research. You get a Poffin, instant super incubator, 2 lucky eggs, lure module. We'll flip over to the chat, see if anybody's popping in. Okay, so they are. He says stop. Rocket says stop using charge moves. Save that energy for Bronzer. Stop it. That's the game you lost. All right, Jacket K says in Niantic's defense, they've been working closely with health officials to organize these events from what I hear. Note how 0 of these cities are in the U.S. No, I noticed that, Jacket K. And that's fair to defend them. I'm not going to be mad at you for defending them. But it's not special. All right, I'm going to read out the list and tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure other than the Unknown Sea, I have gotten all of these in the real world just playing the game. Now, it might not be as easy in some of these areas to get them, but here's the list. Onyx, Lapras, Unknown Sea, Nosepass, Rhyhorn, Doduo, Mantine, Pidgey, Pelipper, Pidgeot, and Stoutland. Okay. I mean, it's not like it's a Tropius. It's $5 for the ticket. Well, yeah, $5 US or whatever the local currency is. A quarter hatch distance. I don't see where. I'm trying to be open-minded here. I just don't see, other than testing out some new features like AR mapping tasks and getting some special stickers, which is not worth $5. I don't see why this is special and costs $5. You're the worst podcast host ever, Joe.
I know, right? I really, really am. But I do agree. I don't think it's worth the $5. The pool of special event Pokemon simply isn't worth it unless you're someone who is specifically trying to catch all of the different unknown, and you're missing some of these specific unknown.
Or I guess all the shiny unknowns. I know it's not a ton of them, but still. Maybe it's intentional. Reduce the fear of missing out and keep the focus on checking out the city. I can check out the city for free too. I don't know. I've actually trashed a few of those go over to this thing and scan it tasks. Only because I don't have time, not because I don't want to go around scanning. I think it's a cool aspect to what they're trying to bring to the game. It's underwhelming. But you know what? If somebody does it, I want to hear from you. Nolte, go over to New Zealand and take care of that for us. I appreciate you, man. I'm not buying your ticket. So I knew what you buy your airplane ticket or your boat ticket. I'm assuming you might take a boat to New Zealand from Australia, but you do your travel plans. I'll pay for your $5 ticket, and I'll get you some incense or something for your trouble. How about that? Incense is crack, and that's worth money. Don't you start another battle? I'm gonna get in the car right now and drive to Tennessee if you start another battle.
I'm not starting another battle.
You better not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm looking at your screen just to be sure here. All right. So, because they tune into me to make the jokes. They tune into you to actually give them knowledge. If all we have is jokes, they can read the stuff themselves. That's all I'm really doing, Joe. You got to put the spice in here. Limited.
Put the spice. This is
all right.
This isn't Dune.
It can be. You gotta sand them all. I don't know.
That got delayed, like immediately after the trailer dropped. Makes me sad.
I'm sad.
I was excited for it. Anyway.
Yep. Me too.
So, Rocketti actually was talking to us about this just before the show. So they're doing a limited time test where trade range is increased, but it's only increased until Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So Monday, November 16th. And what people are reporting is it's somewhere between 10 to 15 kilometers. Those that are using United States measurements, that a lot of people are saying it's under 8 miles. So, yeah, it's not a huge distance. So, you and I, for instance, Charles, will not be able to do any trades. But if you have someone that lives relatively close to you, or if, where this will actually help people is like in downtown cities. Again, they're kind of favoring downtown people. But, in cities where there's more, it's more densely populated, this will help people who have other trainers near them that they can trade with.
People like Terry Wolf, Rocketti, Jackie, those are their communities, and you don't really want to go out, but there's plenty of trades I wouldn't mind doing. And Joe, if you were living in my same town, right? I mean, 15 kilometers is pretty far. It's almost a town over for me, actually. We could trade.
Yeah, and Jacket K and Rocketti both give good insights on this. The range isn't really enough for most people to notice. However, and that's what Jack K said. However, Rocketti said if you are within a community chat, so like a Discord, for instance, then you can organize trades based on where you're currently located and see if anyone's near you.
Okay, I went the wrong way with the math on that, but it's still 9 miles. It's a little over 9 miles, which is a decent radius for a city. Rocky says his city chat is going off right now, and this and that. But Jack K says I live in a fairly rural town. I got to drive 3 to 5 minutes just to meet with people, and I was able to remote raid with them. But seeing 9 miles will cover some decent remote areas. Honestly, it depends on how remote your town is to the people that are in it. Just get on your horse and buggy and ride, man. Come on. But it's interesting, and they're only testing it as it's just a test. That's all it is, right?
Yeah. And we've been saying this ever since trading came out. Well, I guess ever since Lucky Friends came out, that they really should make it so that you can do lucky trades regardless of distance.
Yeah.
Because right now, Lucky Friends does nothing for, say, if I become Lucky Friends with Rocketti or Jacket K.
Right.
Okay, I don't live anywhere near them. So,
To this day, I am still lucky friends with Nicole0991 because I opened a gift that she had, and it was an egg, and I hatched the egg, and it turned us into lucky friends. And it will stay that way pretty much permanently because I don't think I ever. Well, I don't have definitive plans to go to Austria, but when I do in 10 years,
you okay
we'll
there?
then get lucky straight. No, I'm dying.
I strongly advise against that course of action. But yeah,
I had a spasm. Oh, COVID.
yeah, because I don't. She did come to Dragon Con that
Right.
one year. I don't know if she's planning on doing that again or not. But yeah, they really ought to make it so lucky trades can be made regardless of distance. So, and that would incentivize more international friends
Yes.
across the board. I mean, but I've got to wonder if the main reason they don't do that is specifically so that you can't just friend somebody for
Atropius.
for Atropius or something. Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right, and that's where I will back up Niantic because I think whether this is their reason or not, I think this is 100% most valid reason I can think of. Is you turn it into a farming situation where somebody in another country, right, they can catch all the trophies they want, and then they'll go on Reddit and say, "Hey, I'll sell you my friend code for $10 or $5 or $1, whatever," and then you have to be lucky friends to do it. But I'm sure there's ways like I'll just keep sending you stuff until we become lucky friends, and then I'll guarantee you a Tropius. That sounds more complicated. I would go through, but I guarantee you, people who want to make money and people who just want the stuff in the game, there's going to be ways to abuse that system, or worse, Joe, the spoofers. Right? I just made it easy. I could not that I do. I definitely don't spoof, but I could sit here with multiple spoofing accounts sitting on my computers all day long, running bots, spoofing, and getting all this stuff. And if you run a bot, I imagine you can become a lucky friend within reason in a fairly short amount of time. And then it's $5, $10, whatever.
It's true. But at that point, if they're spoofing, they can go wherever you are anyway.
That's true. I didn't think about that. So I don't know.
They can just be like, "All right, I am now quote unquote in your bedroom. Let's trade."
Creepy. All right. So we got some new info, maybe on Rocket Grunts. They give you 15 balls now when you defeat them. Do you really? Oh. Okay, it's not 15 balls to catch the Pokemon that they left behind. It's actually 15 Pokeballs.
Yes, they do. Which will help a lot of people, to be honest, because this is the balloon grunts that are specifically doing this. And yeah, because I mean, how many times in the last 4 or 5 people that are brand new to the show that they've tuned in live, they've said, "Hey, how do I get Pokeballs?" Like we've had that asked in the last month a couple of times. And so this will be a big help to people like that. I mean, I realize it's only 15 balls, but if you do multiple balloons a day, that adds up. That adds up quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, you want more Pokeballs? You can buy my friend code for $10. I will give you some every day. You know. So that's a cool little update. Because when and I'm not ashamed of it. I love my gotcha. When I'm running it, I can run myself out of Pokeballs quite easily, depending on the area I'm in and what's going on there. So that is helpful. And the balloons show up, I say, fairly regularly. If I have my game open, which is rare, but if I have my game open for 2 hours, I'll probably see 2, maybe 3 balloons, maybe more sometimes.
Rock Eddie's calling you out about sending gifts to people. He said, "No, you won't."
Okay, I
You
haven't
have
even opened the game. I haven't even opened the game in a week, Rock
that,
Eddie.
that is the worst defense you could have taken.
I'm sorry. Have you ever embraced the casual? Because I have.
Let's just say he's got an unopened gift for me, just sitting there waiting for him.
Okay, we're like massive friends or whatever. I really get nothing out of it other than some random junk in a, in a gift box, Joe. So, no, I've gotten really. Once I hit 40, not 40 years of age, but that too. But level 40, I was like, I don't need to push these gifts as hard, I guess. So, but there you go, Rock Kitty. Yeah, US Nate Scout says I run out of Pokeballs with my Gotcha Daily. Yeah, absolutely. They said, so go back to Rocky and said, no, you won't. Like, you didn't pay me $10 for my friend code. You got it for free. You get what you pay for, Rock Eddie. You get what you pay for.
So you're just saying you're a bad friend. That's all I'm hearing.
I've never denied that in this game. I've told people, I was your friend code. No, I'm like the worst friend you're going to have. You don't. Sure, here it is. And the first day I'll send you something, and that's about it. Months? US Day Scout says months. Can I see in a game when I've last sent something to somebody? Is that a possibility?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't have him in as Nate, US Nate Scout. Is it Nate 607?
No, he's US State Scout in game. I just said.
What do you mean wait for I'm looking right now. Trainer? No, not trainer. Yeah.
Maybe it expired.
Name? Just search. US Nate. No, I got nothing. Dude, we're not even friends, Nate. We are not even friends. That's a blank screen. That's not the camera.
That's what he's saying, though. He's been waiting for months for you to have him as a friend.
Add you. I gave you my code, I think. Maybe.
Look, it's a
Maybe
raid. Not. It's a Mega Gengar raid.
Don't you do it.
You
got plenty of those. You got plenty of those. Joe, we still have some bugs to talk about.
Pinsir, Scyther, which ones?
Yes. Weedles. Because Niantic is wheedling 750 New Zealand dollars out of you for this City Spotlight ticket through Apple Pay.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be $7.51 New Zealand dollars, and yeah, the bug multiplied that number by 100. So yeah, fun times right there.
For reference, it's $516 US.
Yeah. So, I'm getting called out for having a Lugia in my party. Bloop. We'll just do that. There we go.
So some of the comments here, and it says I confirmed it only as I was mashing the confirm button did I notice it said $751 instead of $7.51. And you were wondering about this, Joe, about, I hope nobody bought it without catching the bug. Apparently it's only a screen bug. It actually charged only $7.51 according to this Redditor.
Well, that's good. Cause yeah, that would be pretty expensive event right there. Pretty expensive event. 700.
And then stop scrolling. Do not scroll down beyond what I just read because it gets really Reddity.
Could you imagine Reddit being Reddity?
You know what I mean by that. You know exactly what I mean by that. Not porn wise, but it's why I don't go to Reddit very often. So, and then Rock Eddie brought this to us right as we were pushing the show live. We've got some updates that were pushed this afternoon in the U.S. October 12th is the day that we're recording the show. And Mega Evolutions, you can now walk your buddy and get Mega Candy. Does that mean you won't get regular candy? What if you're because this is a Gengar, right? What if I just wanted a regular candy on the Gengar so I can evolve it?
So it actually talks about that. So a buddy earns Mega Energy Candy, but It will only be available for Pokemon you have registered to your Mega Dex. So you had to have Mega evolved it already. And then while a Mega is active, catching any Pokemon of the same type earns bonus candy. So you can get more Mega Candy that way as well. And apparently, you can also see which friends have an active Mega in your friends list. So, but yeah,
And it says
Rocket.
you get rare candy anytime.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah, you can get regular candy whenever. So why would you want it, or why would you want to get that instead of the Mega Candy? But yeah, so yeah, you can get the Mega Candy there.
And shout out, hey, real Madam Stan. Thanks for jumping in. We appreciate you. Uh, Nate, you're probably right. I would feel sorry, but I'm a casual. That's all I can tell you. It
And a
is what
filthy
it
one
is.
at that.
And a very filthy one at that. All right. Anything else, Joe, before we hit the next section here?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Do you think so?
No, I gotta see. Oh, did I? I think I closed the tab. So let me open it back up. We've got so again, Thanksgiving is coming up, and the only show that's going to come out from us on Thanksgiving is your show. That means you call in, you go to Pokemon GO Podcast.com, and there's a tab right there on the page, and you just click it. It's on the mobile device, it's on the regular page, it's wherever you look at it. It's a speak pipe tab, and you click it, and it'll ask you if you can use a microphone. You say yes. Then you record up to 90 seconds of whatever you want to say, what you're grateful about, what you hate. Bring back Emmett. Charles sucks. Whatever. I don't care. Say something. Just come and put your 2 cents on it, and I'm going to put this all together. And I don't know, Joe. We might work it out the Saturday before. I'm not promising anything because I can put it together myself, but we might work it out where Joe and I are on the line together and record our reactions to these as we listen to them. Right. But I'm not promising anything. But it's all pre-recorded. We're going to put it together and we're going to launch it on Thanksgiving Day for everybody to have in their podcatchers as they travel around for that day. And thank you, everybody. Lots of people have been putting in. Got some from Barry. Got some more from Jackie K. We got some from NARS, we said earlier. But I have some regular speak pipes to play for you right now.
Greetings, it's Jackie K, and I'm here to fact check you all on that show title from
What did I
last week.
tell you about fact checking us?
Kinda sounds like fake news to me. There's plenty of yellow gems. In fact, I'm looking at one right now. Sometimes I may make them yellow, but oftentimes I don't. Doesn't change the fact that they still exist.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Great, and now you got me thinking about just my beef with the whole gym system and just like the reason you probably don't see more Instinct gyms is because we at Instinct have better things to do with our time with the game than just play Turf Wars. If I wanted to play Turf Wars, I'd boot up Splatoon and play around with that. Speaking of things I could probably make a rant out of, but won't. But I mean to write in for the week before, because the whole dynamic with Dynamic and how they're handling a pandemic is one that I take personally and have a lot of opinions on. Kind of hard to squeeze in 90 seconds, so I guess you'll just have to keep reminding me to actually write in. Anyways, I'm going to actually go for that walk now.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Bye.
Well, I hope your walk
Bye,
was good.
Here's a follow-up. Maybe the walk didn't go good. Let's see what happens.
While I have this open, thanks again for the shout-out last week. Always awesome. You guys are awesome. It makes me feel real humbled and fuzzy in the inside. I hear you guys mention me by name just when I already think you guys are so awesome. And I'm not just saying that because I may or may not be planning on taking over Thanksgiving. Really, you guys really don't want this to become a Jackie Cage show. And even if you do, get into that speak pipe and leave your voicemails. Because I have not done making voicemails yet. Only thing that will stop me from pretty much doubling what I've already submitted in is procrastination.
Is that like the Fire Nation?
So if you want someone else to actually have their voice on the show for Thanksgiving week, Leave your voicemails in now. Bye.
Thank you for that promo, Jacket. Okay, we appreciate you. Man, I had a joke about Fuzzy on the inside, because I know there's some kind of Pokemon with weird stomach things. I don't remember now. But thank you for those. And Tom sent in one that I thought was it was fine. It was very clean. It was good. I laughed. Joe laughed. I was like, I can't play not tonight. Maybe in a couple weeks, but I can't play that one tonight on the show. So it's a political thing and it's fine. But thank you, Tom, but you're a fraud. So moving on.
Hello from Norway. My name is Gilfy.
Gilfy!
And today I would like to ask Joe what time it is.
It is time for random trivia. And this week, since Jacket K, or sorry, it was actually Rocketti, specifically told me to use Bronzor, or maybe they both did. I'd have to scroll back. But anyway, during my PvP battle, I thought I would talk about Bronzor and its evolution Bronzong for the random trivia. So they are both Steel Psychic types. Bronzor is the Bronze Pokemon, whereas Bronzong is the Bronze Bell Pokemon. So Bronzor is a flat little disc guy. If you have not seen him in game, I hope you have, because, well, he's been out for a little while now. His Pokédex entry in Pokemon Diamond says that implements shaped like it were discovered in ancient tombs. It is unknown if they are related. But its Pearl Pokédex entry actually has an interesting bit of lore. X-ray photos were taken to check its body structure. Nothing appeared, however. So it sounds like Bronzor is hollow on the inside. At least that's what I would conclude based on that little bit of lore.
He's a chocolate bunny?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So he is normally blue. His shiny form is a green tint. I wonder if that has to do with like if they specifically went with green to show oxidation. Because I know, I mean, he's not copper colored, but copper turns to a green color as well when it oxidizes. But anyway, if Bronzor is turned upside down, it will look exactly the same from the front. So if you flip it upside down, you can't tell the difference because it's got horizontal symmetry. So that is fun in and of itself. So Bronzor is based off of a bronze mirror, which is where its name comes from. Bronzor is a combination of bronze and mirror. For those that don't know what bronze mirrors are, they're mirrors that ancient cultures have used. They've used polished bronze to show their reflections. So like Egypt, archaeologists have found stuff in Egypt and Italy and China. And so that, but basically that's what the inspiration for Bronzor was. Bronzong, its evolution, the Pokédex entry says that one caused a news sensation when it was dug up at a construction site after 2,000 years of sleep. Which is interesting, but what's even more interesting is the lore specifically says that it can summon rain clouds. So apparently it was also revered as a bringer of plentiful harvest, according to the lore. So, all right. And that
I'll take it.
Yeah. So Bronzong is supposedly based on an old Japanese myth. It's a book called Quaidon, Stories and Studies of Strange Things, apparently. So apparently the priests wanted to forge a bell for their temple, so they asked local women to donate their bronze mirrors for this purpose. A woman contributed her mirror, but later regretted it. Because of her repentance, the mirror wouldn't melt in the furnace until she died. uh, and so, before she died, she said that whoever would break the bell would be given great wealth by her ghost. A multitude, a multitude of people tried to break the bell by ringing it furiously. So the priests rolled it down a hill into a swamp in frustration. Interesting. Apparently it's based off of that Japanese myth. Its name bronzong comes from a combination of bronze and gong, which makes a lot of sense because it is. Well, it's not really shaped like a gong per se, but it is a bell. It makes a nice sound in and of itself. But yeah, whenever I think of bronzong, though, it makes me think of Go Fest, because we got a bronzong from Go Fest as one of the research rewards. So, yeah. Good old bronzong.
Weird story, though.
Yeah.
Really
Well,
weird story.
And as a nod to its Pokedex entry that it could summon rain clouds, before Generation 7, it was the only Pokemon in the main series games that could learn the move Rain Dance by leveling up. So, yep.
I'd like to see the graphic of Rain Dance, like in the game, like how how it looks when they attack with it or whatever. So, it's fun stuff. All right, looks like that's coming to the end of it for this evening. You can write into the show like Jacket K never will. Show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. Speak Pipe is, like I said earlier, PokemonGoPodcast.com. Click the little tab on the right-hand side. Record your voice. We're good to go. And if you're going to do it for Thanksgiving, make sure you try to put Thanksgiving in the title. That kind of thing. So I know I do scan them anyway just to see if they're for this week's show versus Thanksgiving. But yeah, it'd be helpful. You don't have to put your name in if you don't want to. You can be anonymous, but yeah, put something about Thanksgiving or whatever. That'd be helpful. Reddit's r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Facebook is /Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod. And we record this Thursday nights on twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can come and check us out. I was thinking, Joe,
It's always dangerous
discussion,
when you start thinking.
It is. The discussion point of the week. Are you Team Charles or are you really Team Joe? I'm just curious. And then we might put that out there. But if Joe, if you got one better, I'm open to suggestions.
So what I was thinking for the discussion, and maybe we'll let the chat decide, was if you were going to invite a Pokemon character to Thanksgiving, who would it be and why?
But not to eat, because that's too easy.
Well, I mean, you could go that route. But I was specifically thinking of, like, who's going to cause the most drama, or, who's going to make it an entertaining Thanksgiving. But anyway, which discussion would you guys like to have on the Reddit to discuss next week?
Do both as one shot. Put in the question and say part 2. Team Charles or Team Joe? Sign off. So, but with that, Joe, where can they find you, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at Joseph_Ard. Where can they find you, Mr. Rock God?
You can find me Rock God Podcasting all across social media, as well as Charles McFall and charlesmcfall.com. Tune in next week to hear Joe say.
Team embrace the underscore for the win.
Oh man. Who am I waiting? I'm waiting on, I think Alberto. No, Alberto. There's somebody that I wanted to I printed a thing up for. Now, just mainly because the other one looks better. This is gonna be yours, Joe.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can, with the lighting and all, I don't know if it's going to come through, but I think I'm really impressed with that's our show logo embossed in the back of it.
Oh.
And it looks really good. This one is my Mega Evolution, but mainly because I was playing with different sizes and then it takes a lot of filament. But that was version 1 of how to put the logo in the back. And it did not come out all that well. But I learned how to manipulate the code and the pattern and yeah, the new versions are going out. So yeah, those will be going out very shortly, and we have 3 left over now. 2, and they can. I'm not going to charge for them. I'll just send them out to whoever tags us first, and maybe I should put down a podcast. But the caveat is 2 of them are missing a foot. That's why they're left over. Is because it didn't come off the plate right. And so the foot part broke away from the leg.
So they're wounded warriors.
I got 2 wounded warriors and just this really, just this tiny version with the version 1 embossed. It's not even embossed. It's just a version 1 backpack on there. So they're not bad. They're just not, the quality I wanted to put out. So
they're kind of like the Verizon event.
They're the Verizon version of there. Joe, let's see. It is this. Nope, that's number 1. Let's try show bot. I can't get it done.
So 6.2 kilometers is the limit. So miles. So 10 kilometers is the confirmed. Okay. Thank you, Rock Eddie.
Gotcha. Thanks.
What do we got for? I think we've just got one. We have one show title suggestion.
I'm now in your bedroom. Let's trade. No, we cannot use that one, Joe. We gotta come out.
It's got quotes.
Out with something better. Charles's private jet's a fraud. Snake Doctor was lurking back in there. He's been lurking the whole time. Snake Doctor's the fraud. Holy cow. That was literally as we launched the show and we thought nobody was watching. We were making conversation about private jets.
Yeah, I clicked on it and it said that no one was there.
That's funny.
That's funny.
There's no way. There's no... Joe, you make the worst things the titles, man. I tell you. I don't even know how we have listeners anymore.